Bros before hoes. Why? Because you're
Chicks are always there for you. They've got your back.
after your heart's been ripped out.
And for no good reason. You were nothing but good to
Her, and you told her that she was the only
guy for you, and that he was
better than all the others.
chicks in the world. And then suddenly,
She's not your home.
Teens experience their first romantic relationship before they turn 18. Most of these end quickly. Some may last forever. But before any of these relationships, who was there for them? Their friends. With relationships, people's values change, but the question is, who should be their number one priority? To answer this question, we went through a series of interviews with high school students to investigate the ongoing problem of balancing friends and relationships. This balance can be referred to as bros before hoes or chicks before dicks. Let's see what these students had to say. What is your definition of a friend?
Someone that's trustworthy.
I think that a friend is someone who you have a close personal relationship to.
Someone that you can put your faith in with any question and concern that you have.
Someone who supports you, gives you the best advice possible.
Someone that you can rely on.
Someone who sticks with you thick or thin.
What happened when your first friend went into a serious relationship?
Our relationship was more distant. She started building a new friendship with her boyfriend's friends. She spent more time with her boyfriend than with me. Whenever she had a problem, she'd go to him, not to me.
I didn't have the best experience with that, but she kind of left us all and kind of slowly isolated herself.
She basically ditched me flat out. I don't think we talked at all for a few months after that.
We pretty much stopped chilling regularly.
They kind of separated from me, so I wasn't too happy. I know they thought in grade 9 or whatever it was that, girls are everything, I'm gonna marry this girl and whatever, and they kind of forget about their friends, and it comes back to haunt them at the end, because when they end with the girl, they don't have many friends left to go back to.
Well, the first relationship that my friend went into, he kind of disappeared on me. He spent a lot of time with that girl, and he didn't really kind of exist for us for a couple months because he was too wrapped up in that relationship. So
you have to be understanding and get it that it's a relationship and a new experience.
Every time he'd come to me with a question, I'd give him the best response I could, and I gave his support the whole way.
Well, my best friend right now has a girlfriend, and it's the same thing. We still have time for each other. I don't care about it. I'm congratulating him for having a girlfriend.
If you had an issue, would you first go to your boy/girlfriend or your best friend?
I feel more comfortable talking to my friends about stuff than I do about a significant other, so personally I'd probably go with best friend.
I go to my best friend every time. I'd say, because my best friend would be, I've probably known him longer, and a girlfriend, you can't really tell. It's also to get a good guy's perspective. I'd probably go to both, but first I would go to my guy friend.
I would more likely go to my best friend first, because his opinion is more important to me overall.
It depends what the issue was. If it was about your best friend, then your boyfriend's a good person. But if it was about your boyfriend, then your best friend's a good person. And if it was about something completely different, then it kind of just depends.
I would go to my best friend because she's the one who's known me for the longest time, and my boyfriend might have a bias about it.
For some things, I think that my boyfriend can help me better than my friends, not in a mean way, but there are other things that I would go to my friends first. I obviously wouldn't go crying about girl problems to my boyfriend or relationship problems to my friends, so I think it really depends what it is.
What's your opinion on chicks before dicks and bros before hoes?
I don't think chicks the chicks before dicks one is true. Guys do pick their friends over girls, but girls mostly pick guys over their friends. From personal experience, I know that girls are more emotional, and therefore they get more attached to their boyfriend. So if, for example, the same night you have plans with your boyfriend and your friends, and you'd have to choose one, I've done it before. I'd choose my boyfriend over my friends, or even my friends have done it in the past. You just get more attached to your boyfriend and kind of exclude your friends out of everything.
Oh, I completely agree. Because chicks before dicks, it's like the guys are always gonna end up leaving you at one point, and then who are you gonna have?
I think that it's not a good saying because priorities aren't exactly that easy. It's not always, your friends before your relationship, so I don't think it's a very good saying.
I have heard that, and I think it's a good rule, and that your friends or guys come and go, but girls and your friends will always be there.
You always got to put your friends before girlfriends, and you with the bros.
I agree with it. I think that friends are different from relationships, I think.
Prioritizing your friends over like your girlfriend or your girlfriend over your friends isn't really fair.
Yeah, last year I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend because of this situation. One of my best friends got suspended because of my girlfriend. She couldn't really take a joke, and then I ended it because she's my best friend and that shouldn't happen.
I think it's like an age thing. To a certain point, you're obviously gonna choose like your bros before girls to like a certain age, but then you eventually come to an age where it's like you kind of choose someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
I think it's important that you even out the both, but in the end it is bros before bros because friends are like with you forever, girlfriend can just be a temporary thing.
I think in general in high school, a lot of people say that it has to be chicks before dicks, but I think it's really biased to people who have not been in a relationship.
Who's more important, your boyfriend/girlfriend or your best friend?
More important?
I'd probably say my.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
I don't know what would be more important. It would probably be depending on the situation. I've never really had a situation where I've had to choose between the two. So I don't really know how I would respond to that. I don't think I could make a decision between the two. So I guess it would just really depend on the situation.
My best friend.
Oh, no,
why? Well, I don't know, because they're around longer. And because, friendship should always come first.
I think in general, like, your best friend's more important, but sometimes you can put your boyfriend before your best friend, like, depending on the situation. But, like, usually it's your best friend because you've had them longer than your boyfriend.
They're both probably equally important to someone, but your best friend has been there for you probably for a long time, longer than you have been with your girlfriend in most situations. Well, I know that's the situation with me. But right now as it stands, I would say they're the same.
I'd have to say my friends because they're the most important ones and they're the ones that I know are going to be there the whole time.
My best friend. Because, if it was a serious relationship and say I knew her for longer and say it was like 3 years or something, it'd probably be my girlfriend. But like, I'd say my best friend because I've known some of my best friends for 10 years and shared everything with them, so I would say my best friend.
After reviewing the interviews, we found some similar trends that friends play in and out of relationships. We discovered that
People in relationships found it harder to answer some of the questions and said that everything depended on the certain situation, whereas people who were single found it very easy to answer the questions, and they found that with everything, bros before hoes and chicks before dicks applied.
We then came to consensus that you must have been in a relationship to truly understand how to balance your social life and your love life.
On the flip side, it is important to understand and support your best friend in their new relationship, and you need to get to know the new person in your best friend's life.
Even though your friend may change or treat you differently, your best friend will always be there for you, even if you are in a relationship. You must understand.
If they really were your best friend, why would they leave you?